Hello, hello, hello. The light on the fan page is always different from the other one. It's really weird. Right, let's see if I can, sit on this chair properly. I think I can. Okie dokie. Right. Let me get myself sorted out. Okay, guys. So apologies, I was like slightly later than planned. But at least whilst you guys are... Hello, Yemisi. Because you're always on time. I was saying, whilst you guys are coming on, I'm going to have a quick sip of water. Hi, Isaac. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? It is going to be a very interesting conversation. Do share this video. Hi, Faye Clinton. Lovely to have you on here. Let's have a look. Where are we? So we are on the 6th episode of Speak with Dilys. Hello, Ifwaduku, Sharon, Melissa, how are you doing? So lovely to see you guys on here. Listen, today, I am so excited about today, I have to admit. Now, how are you doing? Lovely to have you guys on here. So please do share the video. Do share. Today is called Beauty or the Beast. That is what it's called. Rosemary, thank you for being on here. Hi, Faye, how are you doing? It is good to have you on here, and Anna as well. What's Anna saying? I'm going to read your comments as well. Thank you, Anna. Anna says, hi, Diz, love your talks. I'm really glad you... Shirley Ann, I'm so glad you're on here as well. I enjoy these talks because you guys make it fun. Your advice and your take on things and, you know, the experiences and stuff that you share, I do feel really add to the conversation and make it a lot, it doesn't make it so one-sided because you all have different opinions, but it's really great. Sharon says, gosh, got lost navigating. You probably didn't. What happens is if you come on here before me, you won't see the live. So I kind of have to be on here and then you can join. However, if you guys switch on your notification bells, as soon as I come on and do a live, you'll get the ping and then you can just click, which is probably better for you. You have to forgive me, I'm really thirsty today. So yes, so guys, do share the video. Let's get some more people on here so we can really enjoy what we are going to be talking about today. I think you'll enjoy it, most definitely. You will definitely enjoy it because it's something that I think it's a conversation that we women need to have and the men need to pay attention to, is what I would say. But I think the conversation is very important that we women need to have. Malak says, hi, Dilys, trusting you're well, looking great as always. Oh, thank you very much, because I've not got my war paint on today. There's a whole reason behind that. So yeah, I was saying that I haven't got my on fleek eyebrow, but these are my real eyebrows. Look, see? There's nothing on my fingers. So yes, today's episode of Speak with Dilys is called Beauty or the Beast. But before I get into that, guys, do share this video. And hi, Tinuala, that's how I think you pronounce it. Lovely to have you on here. So today's episode is called Beauty or the Beast. And hi, Dania, lovely to have you on here. The reason why we're having this conversation was inspired by a conversation I was involved in on Facebook last week, where the question was asked that if you were going on a first date, would it be appropriate for the guy taking you out on the date asking you not to wear any makeup? That was the question. I said, personally, if he's going to ask me not to wear any makeup, then I want him to come with proof of his marital status as well as his bank balance, because I also want to know how real he is. But, you know, that obviously didn't go down very well. But my point is it appropriate? Now, some of the women felt that it was not a demand. He was just asking. So they don't see a problem with it. I felt differently because I believe that, anyway, we'll get into that in a minute. I'm going ahead of myself, but it's going to be very juicy. So for those of you that are just jumping on here and have never seen me before, or you just came across this page by mistake, because I'm seeing a name here called Arthur Marvelous. which is a marvelous name, but that name doesn't look familiar to me. So I'm going to explain to you and anyone else who's joined what today's show is about. And who I am. So basically, my name is Dilys. I put together Speak with Dilys so that we could have conversations that we wouldn't typically have. Am I frozen, guys? Somebody says frozen. I don't think that. I hope that's not me. I hope that's not me. If you can hear and see me okay, give me a thumbs up, please. Thumbs up, anybody? Then I take it I do have a problem. Okay, cool, brilliant, wonderful. Thanks for whoever gave me the thumbs up so I can keep going. Fantastico. Okay, so I put together Speak with Dilys so that we could have conversations that we don't typically have, but in an environment where we can, have that mutual respect for everybody's opinion and have those conversations that we're not having anywhere else. So we can learn something, affect change within our personal lives, as well as being able to affect our communities with the changes that we make. Okay, so when we talk about making the world a better place and what have you, it starts locally, it starts with us. So we have to be able to get with the program and ensure that we affect the change that we are, the change that we are in control of. Amen. So that's what this is about. So Maoli, thank you so much for joining as well. Sierra Leonean Pearl, lovely to have you on here. Princess Folaji, thank you so much. Ross, I'm glad you found us. Guys, if you've joined, please share the video. I haven't seen any sharers today, but yes, do share the video and let us have a conversation. So that's the background of, who I am and why Speak with Dilys was put together. This is actually the third series and the 6th episode. Now there's 13 episodes per series. We are literally, more or less halfway through. So it's quite exciting. We've had some very, interesting conversations, and today I can guarantee you will be no different. So for those of you that weren't aware of what today's show was about, I'm going to read to you what the little preamble was. The dating game and how to attract the opposite sex is part of the game of love and lust. From plastic surgery to the reliance of non-surgical procedures to enhance one's looks has become a hot topic of debate on dating shows and social media posts. From the extreme makeover show in the early 2000s, which was basically a show for women to have like makeovers, and then they would have plastic surgery as well. And then they would do the whole makeup, clothes, everything, just to boost their confidence. That was the main reason why it was done. So from the extreme makeover show in the early 2000s to what has become a more widely accessible way in changing one's looks, is it really doing anyone any harm? Do women have the right to choose and not be vilified for changing how they look through makeup, etc.? Are men really being deceived by not seeing the real them? Should a man on a first date ask a woman to show up without makeup and not feel he's overstepping the mark? Should women be prepared to change how comfortable they are in their own skin to fit into a man's ideal? This is the topic of discussion up for grabs this Sunday on Speak with Dilys. Now, Parkwisi, how are you doing? Kabu, Naabaki, how are you? Urel, Asari, lovely to have you on here. So guys, share away, get people, watching. So I will do my little announcements, I think, or let me just get out of the way now. So by trade, I am a public speaker. I'm also a certified and qualified life coach. And I also specialize in grief coaching and relationships as well. So if you need a coach or you need a little bit of confidence building, let me know. You won't get a better coach out there. I also host events as well. So by all means, do hit me up if you need me to host your event. I will be doing a little something called Dining with Dilys in the new year, where you will be welcome to my very lovely home, where you will have a champagne 3-course meal, but having a more intimate conversation in a coaching style conversation, where you can ask whatever questions you like. It will be a real good bonding session, and it's going to be excellent. So great company, good food, and you're going to go away with a little something that you didn't come with, most definitely. Hi, Rakaya, how are you? And Ife Okeke as well. Right, so let's get with it. Hi, Abdul. I was just thinking about you this second, actually. I'm thinking, So, background. I've given you the background as to why I'm going to be talking about this topic, what prompted it. And I would like, so as you can see, I thought, you know what, let me not wear any makeup. So I put some powder on because of the lights. Obviously, my face would just be shining. And even though I didn't put enough on, so, you can see my face shining a little bit, which is, it is what it is. So yeah, that's me. So I don't have my lovely, my lipstick. You can see I've got my pink lips, which I hate. But it is what it is. But anyway, let me get cracking. So what is beauty and who defines it? Because in this whole topic that we have been going on about in terms of, why nowadays, makeup has really advanced where people are, on YouTube and on other social media platforms showing women how to apply makeup, and they are excellent. I mean, I've picked up some, pretty good tips. I've not quite mastered the whole contouring thing, but as you can see, I've got quite a bony face, to be honest. So contouring would just make me look like a skull, really. So I don't really do all of that. But there are some excellent, tutorials out there showing women how to make up. It is acting as a great confidence boost to many women who are really, loving the way they can transform themselves. The issue has come about because people feel that it's somehow fraudulent of these women to be using makeup in that way where they attract a man, and it turns out that, once basically it rains or, there's a flood, that woman is not going to look anything like how that woman presented herself to be. But what I'm finding is it's a lot more women who seem to be offended at the fact that these other women are presenting themselves in that way and deceiving these men. I'm just putting out that this is what is being discussed, and this is what's being said. So what is beauty and who defines it? Well, the media has defined beauty for a very, very long time and in a very exclusive way. The media are the ones who have dictated what they determine to be beautiful. And that's why you will see that the definition of beauty keeps on changing with the times. So today it could be, I don't know, small boobs that are in fashion. And then the next minute it's like, let everybody go and enhance their boobies because that's what's now in vogue. Or bottoms is a good one. For the longest time, black women were always ridiculed for their bums. But guess what's in vogue now? Something that we have had and sat on from time immemorial. So who are the ones that define beauty? And what I found is like fashion. Trends, they change. And I've always felt that, for that reason, one should be comfortable enough in their own skin so they don't follow fashion in a way where, for example, let me think of a fashion that really didn't catch on with me. Let me think. I think those block heel boots rather, hate them, can't stand them, but they are really in vogue. I ain't wearing them. I will still wear my platform 5-inch heels over my knee boots because that's what I like and that's what suits me. So I won't be coerced into following fashion because it's in fashion. But it's very much like that with beauty trends. So what really caught my attention and why this conversation for me, I think, is so important is because, to be frank with you, the people that I see, and guys, please share this video. It's really important. Oh, Sherelle, I'm gonna get there. I'm coming. Bernard, lovely to have you on here. I haven't heard from you for a minute. I am going to be very, very blatant and very, very blunt here. I'm not going to hold any prisoners. What I have on my list here is, what does beauty mean to the black woman? And this is not to exclude anyone because I'm going to get to your white chicks in a minute. From my observation, it seems like black women seem to be especially offended by the way... Hi, Shell, how are you doing? And is it Haja? Welcome. Black women especially seem to be offended by other black women using makeup to enhance their looks the way they do. I think I know the reason for it, but I want us to explore it. So there's that element of it. And also the fact that what prompted this conversation was, if you're going on a date with a man for the first time, should he be able to say to you, don't wear makeup to our date? I want to see you natural. Even though all the while he had been speaking to you, you'd always had makeup on. So it's not like me that he's always seen me like this. And then, then if he's always seen me like this, I wouldn't expect him to think that he would need to tell me, don't wear makeup. I don't even see how it could even be a conversation. But anyway, so as I'm saying that from my observations, this is something that has been very characteristic of black women, having an issue with other black women who wear makeup. Now, what it feels like to me is that it's yet another area of divide and superiority amongst black women. The hair thing did it. Well, I have natural hair. You've got relaxed hair, and therefore I am better than you. Or I'm more woke than you. Or I am more in touch with my roots and my blackness and my identity. And I'm wondering, and guys, do share this video. I know I changed the time, so I think that kind of messed people up a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. What I have found is that it seems like amongst black women especially, we seem to have this thing where we find things to elevate ourselves and put down others. Why do I say this? It's unfortunate because black women, when it comes to beauty, have been the most attacked. There's been no other group of women that have been told how unpretty they are than any other group of women. Not Asian women, not white women, black women have constantly been made to feel through the media and, what is set as beauty standards in the world. We are the only group of women who have been made to feel that we aren't good enough. So I find it quite unfortunate as a fellow black woman that we amongst ourselves then put an added pressure within this said group of what is classed as beautiful and what is classed as not. And I will break it down a bit further for you as to why I'm saying, from my observation, it's only we as black women that do this. Now, when you go to, Sharon says, you are so right, and it's quite sad that we do so. It really is sad. Selena Frimpong, thank you for joining. Hetty, lovely to have you on here. Guys, do share the video. I know I changed the time. It wasn't even convenient for me, trust me, but I thought that we had a program on. We had a special service, and I thought I needed to shift it so that I wouldn't be too under pressure. It turns out that we didn't have it at that time. Princess Valaji says, we black women find things to elevate ourselves and put down others. So true. It is. We do it in terms of our marital status, and we do it in terms of whether our wombs have produced children or not. But I'm really going to break this down to you, and I'm saying to you that this is not just a conversation I'm having because I was bored. It's something that I have observed, and I think it's really important. So if you are a black woman on here watching, I would really like you to share this video or to tag somebody, because I think it's a conversation that black women have to have. Even though this is not about black women specifically, it's a part of the conversation that I'm having that I feel is very, very, very important for us to have as black women. Very important. Now, amongst black women, we already have the blanket definition of beauty in terms of skin tone. If you're light skinned, it's considered to be more favorable or more beautiful than darker skin for a lot of people. I have never suffered from that. I have always loved my complexion. I can't imagine altering it in any way. And I'm confident in the skin that I'm in. Hence the reason why I came on today and I said, I'm not wearing any makeup, but I was going to come in my dressing gown because I was like, you know what? And I was going to apply my makeup whilst talking to you, but I just haven't got time because there's something that I really want to share with you on this show as we go along. So I found that as black women, because listening to the conversations, or every time I've been on social media, and this thing about how women look so different with their makeup and they're deceiving the men and yada, 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 yada. Thank you very much, Beverly, for sharing. I've only seen black women have this conversation. Let's go on to our white sisters now. White women have relied on hair dyes, skin tanning, lip injections, boob jobs for the longest, now even butt implants. First, you'd never find a white girl with a butt. Now, 10 a penny. But I have never heard other white women put down a white woman for changing her looks in any way, shape or form. I've never heard a group of white women bitching about other white women who've had boob jobs or butt implants or had the lip fillers or had Botox or dyed their hair, or tanned their skin. I've never heard it. I've never heard any white woman saying how deceived her white brothers are feeling by having other white women who are injecting their lips and having boob jobs and doing all sorts. I have never heard it. But come to the black community now, and you're deceiving our brothers. It's not right. A real man should want a woman who is natural. And I'm looking at this picture and I'm wondering why. Why don't white women feel that white men need to be protected from other white women after they've got their tits out here and their lips like that, you know, with a fish pout and the Botox and what have you? Why is everybody able to stay in their lane in that community? But the moment we come into the black community, it's like, well, my hair's natural and I don't wear any makeup, and you know, I don't have a weave on. I don't put what do you call it? I haven't had a BBL. And listen, naturally, I am. For those of you that have never seen me before, I have what you would call an hourglass figure. Yeah, yeah. Well, all you can see just maybe the top of my head, and I'm just trying to make a point here. My body shape right now is so common because people are having surgery all the time. All the time. I would do a 360, but you know, you get the picture. White women, black women, a lot of women are having surgery all the time to lift their butts, to snatch in their waist, and to uplift their boobs. Do you think it bothers me? Do you think I give a toss about the fact that there are so many women who, outside of nature, are rocking the hourglass figure, which used to be so unique? Ain't that unique anymore? Doesn't bother me. It's not my business. They have the right to do what they want to do with their bodies. Doesn't bother me. But I'm curious to know what is the reason as to why we seem to have a problem within our community of women who are enhancing their looks through makeup or surgery, but other groups don't seem to have a problem with it. So, this is where I'm going to be coming to next. Hi Adele, lovely to have you on here. And who is that? Shamat, lovely to have you on here as well. Guys, keep your comments coming because I will definitely be reading them out. So let me know what your opinions are thus far. If you've just joined, please just click share. I changed the time of the show, so I know some people are going to jump on here at 8 o'clock and they ain't going to find me because we're going to be gone. Chris, lovely to have you on here. I have not seen or heard from you for a lifetime. I hope you're well. Chris says women need to do what makes them feel good. It's no one else's business. Well, my sentiments exactly. Sherelle says, I have always complimented my sisters as we are all unique in our own way. In some cases, it's a lack of confidence and jealousy. Yep. Hetty says, hi, I'm a bit late. Sweetheart, no problem. You will catch up real quick. Guys, if you come on here, please share. Peggy and Ketty, lovely to have you on here. And just to recap, for those of you that have just joined, we're just talking about, you know, is it right that a man should be able to tell a woman who he's not dating to not wear makeup on their first date? And then I also have briefly sort of touched on why women, especially within the black community, are so offended about other women who wear makeup and do all the contouring and, in quote, change their appearance, and it be classed and deemed as them deceiving these men. So those are the two things. Now, my next point is, you don't know a woman's story as to why she wears makeup. You don't know why a woman wears weave. What I want to know is, why do we feel we have the right to judge her based on the choices she's made as a grown-ass woman, using her money to dress and present herself the way she so wishes? Why is it our business, and why do we feel so passionate about it to the point where when I read some comments on social media on different platforms, you know, even where people are on dating platforms, and the way they will speak about women, oh, we don't want a woman with no weave and and women that wear makeup, and it's always said in a very derogatory way. And I'm wondering, what's the problem? So those that have just joined, Leisha, lovely to have you on here, and Linda as well. And it's an interesting time to join the conversation. Oh, girlfriend. Yes, the bit that you missed was I was saying, why is it black women especially seem to have a problem with other black women changing their appearance or enhancing their appearance? You know, if you've never had a little nose and you want that and you can achieve that through contouring and making up your face, why is that a problem for me? Why does that concern me? You're not going after my man. My man is not interested in you. So why am I so offended at the fact that you are doing this? And as I said, with white women who have got lip fillers, boob jobs, since boob jobs were, I think boob jobs were invented for white women because they're the ones that patronize that, you know, form of plastic surgery before anybody. I never hear them degrading or ridiculing other white women for doing it. But within the black community, we women seem to do it a lot. And I was saying, I naturally have an hourglass figure, but I don't have any issue with all these women nowadays having BBLs, having their snatched waist and their big boobs. What's it got to do with me? It's not my problem. So what I'm asking is, does a woman need permission to be the best definition of herself? Because we don't know people's stories. There are so many reasons why. Women, bear me witness here. A lot of women, when they come out of a bad relationship, will go and cut their hair. I've done it. I chopped off all my hair. I ended up having in fact, I had to go to the hairdressers twice because they refused to cut my hair. They said they didn't believe I was sure, my hair was a lot longer than this, that I wanted to cut my hair. So they wouldn't cut my hair for me. I had to go back twice. And those were the days that style was in, where you had it parted in the middle and then it comes down like curtains. And then the back was all cropped. That was my choice because I just wanted a change. There are a lot of women that will go for makeovers. They'll go and get their hair done. They'll go to a makeup artist to change how they look. They'll go and buy new clothes. They'll get in the gym or whatever to make themselves feel good. You don't know that woman's story as to why she feels she desires to enhance her appearance because of what she's been through. So why is it that we feel that we have to constantly put down, ridicule, vilify, disrespect another woman because of the choices that she has made in regards to her own looks? Because when we talk about this very weak, very, very weak argument that those women are deceiving men, let's keep it real here. Women have been deceived by men since time immemorial. I mean, oh, I'm not married, but he's married. Oh, I ain't got no kids, he's got 6. He's got 6 kids with 7 different baby mothers, do the math. You know, but on a serious note, this has been happening from time immemorial, where a man will claim that, you know, he's a stud in bed, and then when you go and, you know, test the goods, and you can't take it back. I'm just keeping it real here. We're all adults on this platform. This isn't a children's show. So when we're talking of deception, I would think that a woman who, when she washes her makeup off, even if she does look like a totally different person, is less damaging than the guy that said that he was hung like a Shetland pony. Turns out that he's not even hung like, I don't know, like, but we don't want to go there. But I'm just keeping it real here. So when we're talking about deception, where, oh no, I'm single, but you find out that Brother has got a next woman and however many kids, we're supposed to be okay with that. But then we as women are dissing other women and saying, oh, well, you know, you're deceiving the man. Let me tell you what the real issue is here. I believe the real issue is women who really aren't that confident within themselves with makeup or without makeup, and are finding that pie or that pool of men is not big enough for them to be noticed. And therefore, it's a kind of reverse psychology to say, don't look at her, she's not good enough. Can't you see that I'm more natural and I don't have any makeup on and I'm beautiful? Now, I don't have makeup on today, but that's my business. I chose to come on. Like I said, I was actually going to come on in my dressing gown, but I just knew that I was going to get told off after the show. So I thought, you know, maybe not. But quite frankly, I wanted to prove a point that women wear makeup because they want to, not necessarily because they need to. And some women may feel they need to wear makeup. And if that's the case, that's their damn business. I don't see why, as black women especially, because like I said, I'm not seeing this happening in the Asian community. I'm on social media, and social media has different types of people: black, white, yellow, green, pink, blue. Everybody's on social media. But I have only ever seen black women bring down, talk down, disrespect, vilify, humiliate and belittle other black women for contouring and eyeshadow with eyelashes and eyebrows. Why is it why are you worried? Why are you worried? I'm not worried about the women who have got the snatch waist and the big hip, even though that's how I am shaped naturally. Girlfriend, knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But it shows that there is a deeper reason as to why we are so offended by women who are enhancing their looks. And like I said, white women have been doing this from time immemorial. The lip fillers and the whatever, the microblading and all of that stuff. But yet still, I don't see them disrespecting each other because of those choices. And why are we so quick to point out this so-called deception? Because I know women who wear weaves and wigs for different reasons. Look, I'll tell you something. My hair has started to fall out from the roots. I don't know if it's, I did have, some real stresses a few months back, and my hair started to fall out. When my late husband passed away, I went to the hairdresser. I wasn't even aware that this part of my head, the hair is extremely thin. So I don't know what you call them, begins with T, where they look into your scalp. I have a friend, he's called Jeffrey Darcy. You can look him up on Instagram. He's absolutely brilliant. Really, really, great hair doctor, I call him. His name's Jeffrey Darcy. And he said to me, because of the stress that you have been through, it's affected your hair. My hair doesn't really look like this. Here is quite thin. And when I comb my hair, I'm literally having strands coming out this long from the root. Now, if it so happens that my hair continues to thin or my hair comes out, please tell me who the hell you are to tell me that you're not allowed to wear a weave or a wig because it's not natural. And if you're really that confident, it's not for you to tell me that, Dilys, if you're bald, rock your bald head. That's not your place, darling. That's not your place. You don't have the privilege to tell me how I should look and what should make me confident and what shouldn't make me confident. That's not your place. Your place is to mind your business and to do what looks good on you. So going back to what prompted this, where the question was asked, that if you're going on a first date, should a man tell you to show up with no makeup on? I said, I think it's a damn cheek. It's an absolute liberty. How dare you? If you've seen me with makeup on all this time, why would you feel that you have the right to ask? Now, what concerned me personally, and I've got to have a drink, 1 second. Thank you, guys. What concerned me was when some of the women said, but it wasn't a demand, it was just a request. I said, okay, so if I was going on a date and my date says to me on the first day that actually, do you mind if we have sex tonight and if you can bring a friend along and have a threesome, that because he's asked and didn't demand, he didn't rape us, it's no problem. There is such a thing called dating etiquette. There is such a thing called class. There's such a thing called manners. And I think that when we as women are so eager to please, it's like, choose me, choose me, choose me. That's when there's a problem. We should be able to say, if I'm showing up on at my date with no makeup, it's because I've chosen to. Now, I went on a blind date once. I've only done it once. And I was talking to this guy, many, many years ago. And he said, we were talking and he was asking me, what I liked in a man. And I said, well, one thing that I like is a man that has got, his hair has to be very neat. I'm very particular about that. He has to have, go to barbers and make sure that your hair is sharp, as well as smelling good. I mean, if anybody that knows me knows that I always smell righteous. Like, trust me, I smell like a bed of roses. Even when I'm doing the show, I will spray a little something, something. So it comes to the time for us to go on this date. Now, guys, please share this video. Just click share. 5 if you click. Go on, do your girl a favor. Support your friend. Yeah. And when we went on the date, this guy rocks up with a baseball cap. I wasn't impressed. So this is before the date. I said to him, I shared the things that I liked. He rocked up with a baseball cap on his head. I'm very old school. And then when he hugged me, it was evident because he said he didn't really like aftershave, which I thought, that's a bit odd. But when he hugged me, I thought, yeah, brother, weren't lying. It wasn't for me. And I didn't fancy him either. But even if I had, it would have been an audacity to tell the man, next time we're coming on a date, can you make sure that you go to the barber's and you put on some aftershave? Like, who the hell would I think I was? It's my choice at that point to assess the brother, say he don't smell too good, and his head shape weren't even nice, and he hadn't been to the barber's because when he took his cap off, he asked me what I thought. Now, your girl here can't lie. And all that came out of my mouth was, and this is between me eating my chicken, because at that point, the chicken was the most interesting part of the day. All I said to the brother was, well, at least you're not an axe murderer. But that's all I could think of saying. I couldn't lie. But my point in all of this is, it was a first date. It wasn't my place to say to him, when he responded even, I don't really like aftershave, to say, oh no, please, when you're coming on a date, can you make sure you wear aftershave? And can you make sure you go to the barber's? What kind of absolute bush nonsense, uncouth rubbish is that? And I am pained that any woman would feel it appropriate that a man would instruct you that when you're coming on a date, don't wear any makeup. How dare you? Because let me tell you something. This is where foolishness starts. And this is where I want to read you something from this book, my first book that I wrote, Predator Prince, How to Find the Man of Your Dreams, Not Your Nightmares. I wrote this book nearly 5 years ago. And there's a chapter in the book called The Chameleon Syndrome. Now, bear with me. It's a very short chapter. It's like 1, 2, 3. I'll probably stop quickly, but I just want to read a little bit of what this is as to why I had a problem with people that didn't have a problem with it. The chameleon syndrome. A chameleon is described as being a small, slow-moving, old-world lizard with a prehensile tail, long, extensible tongue, protruding eyes, a bit like me, that rotates independently, and a highly developed ability to change colour. Pay attention, guys. Pay attention. Not a particularly pretty picture, but one that is very apt and totally fit for purpose in determining why this comparison of ourselves and this wonderful creature is being made. Chameleons have several layers of specialized cells called, what are they called? Chromatophones. These cells are responsible for the chameleon's changing color. For example, the chameleon would change its color to regulate its body heat, as it's the only way it can maintain a favorable body temperature. Here is another example. The female changes color when it's ready to mate, whilst the male will go dark when they are in an aggressive mood. Of course, there is so much more to find out about this creature, but there is enough information to understand the nature of the chameleon, and one of its main characteristics is its ability to change color dependent upon its mood and its needs and intentions. Guys, please share this video. Our need for acceptance can sometimes drive us to pretend extensively in situations where we may be uncomfortable being our true selves, or where we feel we need to protect ourselves. This may be the case when we are nervous, uncomfortable, afraid, or just not willing to be laid bare for a whole range of reasons. We fear being transparent because being vulnerable is not something many of us are comfortable with, because we fear the unknown. We don't want to take a chance of being transparent unless we are guaranteed that our vulnerability and emotional exposure will not be used against us. Guys, are you with me? The need for acceptance can make us behave in ways that don't necessarily come naturally to us. I wrote this book 5 years ago. Okay, stay with me. not in a way that makes a person hypocritical in the typical sense of the word, but in a way that is dictated by the relationships we are in and our responding to both the verbal and non-verbal demands of our partner, and how we respond to those demands to ensure we stay relevant to them. Remember, in the description of the characteristics of the chameleon, we learned that it has a high developed ability to change color. Let's substitute the word color for the word character. There are many facets to us as females. There are also varying intricate layers, like the chameleon, that we get to discover in more and more detail as we get older. Layers that we sometimes do not even know we have. The different experiences we go through, the things we are exposed to, the situations we find ourselves in, and our interactions with others, both positive and negative, determine the varying shades of color that invariably shape and design us. Much of what we do before we find ourselves is driven to be more accepted or liked, and we often try to act in a way that we think will make people more accepting of us. We hide essentially what is our true self, so we don't stand out too much for all the, in quote, wrong reasons. The desire to be part of the pack or be invited into the pack directs us to act in this way. There are many reasons for this, ranging from culture to religious beliefs and social stereotypes, to name a few, and many other contributory factors. Within each of these areas, we are expected to perform the functions that others place on us. Our fear of not being accepted has us acting out the roles that are imposed on us consciously or subconsciously, with little regard for how it makes us feel, until the cost of these impositions puts us in the red, having made us overdrawn from our emotional bank accounts. When in relationships is where our colors quickly change. But unlike the chameleon, the color change is not for our benefit. It's not to regulate our heat, in quote, or to signal our intentions, but rather to accommodate what is normally emotionally, physical, sexual, or psychological inappropriate behavior of our mate. We make excuses and we reason that the hurt or pain we are being subjected to is either something we have brought upon ourselves or somehow responsible for putting right. Even in the simplest of circumstances, our color changes as soon as we sense that our mate is unhappy. We begin to morph into a chameleon of sorts by sacrificing our need to be comforted and heard, disallowing our mate to take rightful responsibility and acknowledging their wrongdoing, or recognize they have caused us pain, for them to take ownership for it and responsibility for putting it right. Even when not at fault, we often flick on that understanding switch. I'm going to leave it there because you guys get the message. Predator Op Prince, How to Find the Man of Your Dreams, Not Your Nightmares. You can find this book on Amazon. That chapter I was reading is called The Chameleon Syndrome. And essentially what I was saying in a nutshell is, as women, what we tend to do is present a color chart to our mate or potential mate. And it's like, okay, well, Mr. Joe Blogs or John, what would you like me to be today? Oh, you want me to be color blue. What are the characteristics of color blue? Color blue will cook make sure that you have a hot meal waiting for you when you come home. Color blue will make sure that you have sex every day or anytime you want it. When really, your true color is color pink. You hate to cook, you can't cook, and you don't mind if you have sex once every 6 weeks. That's the real you. But because you want Joe to pick you, you're pretending to be color blue. And if you carry on, when you go on to read that chapter, I describe how women who think that way, slowly but surely and inadvertently, make themselves candidates for abuse and controlling behavior. A man that will demand that you, because don't forget this nonsense of he asked, you shouldn't be going there. I love wearing high heels. Like I told my kids, when I die, make sure that my coffin is an extra 5 inches, because you best put me in heels or I'll come back and haunt your ass. Okay, I love heels. I can't imagine going on a date and a guy saying to me, Dilys, I want to see your true height, so make sure when you're coming, you're wearing flats. Are you mad? Do you know where I would tell you to listen? There isn't an insult that has been used on this planet that you'd be hearing that day. Trust me. How dare you? And you see, what is dangerous is, if you know that you like a woman that wears makeup, my brother, go for a woman that wears makeup. Why are you going for a woman that doesn't wear makeup, that does wear makeup, and you want to change her? And you've got these women, yeah, pick me. I don't wear makeup. I'm more natural. Choose me. No, darling. You want to run a mile from a man that does that. If he knows he wants a woman, like I said, that has got big boobs, why is he coming for your 32A cup? Like, why? So he can ogle women with big boobs walking past, or he can now put pressure on you that, there you go, darling. Guess what I got you for Christmas? I've booked you an appointment in Harley Street for you to go and get a boob job. How would that be appropriate? How would that be acceptable? Go for what you like. And you see, and all these women that are pick me, listen, let me tell you something. That pie is big enough for everybody to eat from. Trust me. I don't know why we women can't get it into our thick heads that there is no such thing as men only like. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Because you know what makes me laugh is when we keep going on about, how men only like light-skinned women. Do I look light-skinned to you? Do I look light-skinned to you? I can't tell you that I've ever had a problem in that area. There's no part of me that's light. Men also like women with boobs. Men also like women with butts. Men also like women of good character. Men also like women that can have their back. There is no one size fits all. For some men, I'm too skinny. For some men, I'm too fat. For some men, I'm too tall. For some men, I'm too mouthy. For some men, I'm not whatever. Those men are not for me. The one that I'm for has me. Do you understand? So why any woman feels that she has to appeal to a group of men, you're foolish. What you have to appeal to is your man. If you are in a relationship with a man, and I mean a serious relationship, where the man loves and respects you, and he says, darling, you look lovely with makeup, but I prefer you without. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. I get that. Oh, you look beautiful without makeup. Your skin looks so nice. Oh, thank you, darling. Does that mean if I want to wear makeup, I can't? No. It means I can, because I like to feel special. I don't want to look the same personally, that you can't tell the difference between when Dilys is going to Billingsgate Market to go and buy fish, or going to Tesco's to go and do my shopping. Dilys looks the same as she's going to be doing on the 18th of December in the Hilton. No, I want to look different. I want to be able to, have my shower using whatever, do my skin, put my makeup on and what have you. I don't want to look the same, like this, put on my, no, I don't, it's just not for me. But who are you to say, because I don't want to look like this to go to a dinner dance, that it means Dilys is not confident and Dilys is not real. Dilys is a fraud. Are you stupid? I just think it's ridiculous. But anyway, let me actually read some of your comments. So, there's quite a few here. Let me go back. Beverly, Elaine, lovely to have you on here. Okay, there's quite a lot. Okay, right. Okie smoky. So, Leisha says, fake Clinton, they banned hard scarves too because of how we tied them, then introduced wigs. I can't, that must be. Okay, so Leisha, if you don't visually appeal, people switch off. But yes, look, at the end of the day, like I said, it's not a one size fits all. There are people in this world that are classed as attractive and people in this world that are classed not as attractive. It is life. When people say, you don't judge a book by a cover, it's a lie. I don't do political correctness here. I tell you the truth. People do judge a book by its cover. And each and every one of us does it. Let's not lie. We all do it, depending on the situation and circumstance, we all do judge a book by the cover. Now, if I have my lipstick on, it's another reason why it's good to wear lipstick. I wouldn't have to moisturize my lips. But anyway, don't worry. Next week, my face will be full of makeup. In fact, I'll wear 3 people's makeup on my face next week, just to spite people. But yeah, people will judge you by appearance. That's just the way of the world. But within that, you have to stay true to yourself. But I'm gonna touch on that a little bit, in a minute. Leisha says, I think you were talking about, I think someone made a comment. What are you guys laughing at? What? Because I said I'm going to wear 3 people's makeup next week. Watch me. Like how I came on this week with no makeup. Watch me. I nearly didn't even comb my hair, I was literally going to come out like, okay, yeah, you want to see natural? Y'all going to see natural today. How about that? Shemat says they should respect people's choice. They make it their life. They make in their lives if it doesn't affect us. Well, I think I know what you mean. Hello, Abana Baldy Gray, lovely to have you on here, and Ernestina as well. Derek Hart, thanks for watching. Yemisi says, I wear makeup when I want to. Sometimes I go out without even wearing earrings because I want to. My choice, I won't change for anyone. That's true. And listen, yeah, you people have not seen a tramp before. Me. There's times when I go out, I feel sorry for the people on the street looking at me. That's how rough I look, but I don't business. That's my choice. But when I want to put it down and look fly, I would do that because I feel that I want to feel good. You know, and again, like I said, you don't know people's stories. Now, again, when I was bereaved, I had to wear black for a while. It was really important for me to have some color in my life. Why do I have to explain that to somebody? To say, oh no, the reason why I've got makeup on now, or the reason why, you know, I look this way, or the reason why I've, you know, put a nice, you know, weave in my head is because of. It's not your business. And that's why I said, I think that a lot of this problem stems from insecurity and jealousy, because a lot of women within some communities are finding that there are not that many good men within that particular community. And so therefore, it's kind of like crabs in a bucket. Everybody's scrambling to find a good man, and therefore having to make sure that you do the divide and conquer and discredit your next black woman so that you are more appealing to that black brother there. And I'm saying we don't need to do that, because I found that the women that do that the most don't ever have no man. Do you see where I'm coming from? Just stay on course for what you want. If you're 5 foot, don't tell yourself that men only like tall women. It's a lie. There are men who are very tall and they like petite women. You know, somebody can look at me and say, oh, Dilys, you're so pretty. It's a lie. To some men, it's like, oh, that girl, no way. Not my type at all. With that backside, hell no. I'm telling you. Because I am very well endowed. So for some men, look, my brothers, I've never seen my brothers bring any woman home that's got a butt. Like, no, I think I really put them off. I think I've traumatized every male in my family from looking at a bum again in their life. And I know I'm just being facetious, but my point is, no woman ticks every man's box. It's a lie. There is no, such a woman doesn't exist. So be confident within yourself and leave other women alone. Because for the woman that has got 3 layers of foundation and has contoured the hell out of her face, there is a man somewhere that likes contoured faces with 3 layers of war paint on it. For the man that likes a woman who's had 3 boob jobs and 3 BBLs and, you know, her thighs are barely able to carry the weight of that nyash, there's a man out there that likes fake bums. There is a brother out there that is dying for a woman that would just go and inject that her small nyash so that he can feel that Christmas has come early. Leave that woman alone. The man that likes you with your Miss Seeley hair, he's for you. Enjoy him. The man that likes the woman who's got, you know, who's as black as me and her hair looks like it came from New Delhi, there's a man for her. Why are you crossing lanes? Stay in your lane and mind your business, and don't disrespect each other. Don't disrespect each other. Sharon says, who the hell are you to tell me to do so? I'm telling you. Hello, Claudette. How are you doing? I haven't seen you on here before. Lovely to have you on here, sis. Claudette says, hi, Dilys. I don't wear makeup. Never have. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd look like a clown if I tried. I bet you wouldn't. Also, shaped like a boy, and have been going to the barbers for my haircut. Yeah, she's got the baddest low cut, like, seriously. Going to barbers for my haircut for over 25 years. I'm happy in my skin, but would like longer legs. She's a very pretty girl. Claudette is very, very pretty, and her sister as well, Diane Riley, she does something called the Baton Awards, and she has a charity called Swim. You must check them out. Very beautiful women. One was a model. You're hearing one who has got, her hair is like low cut, yeah? So just imagine if I cut all my hair off, this is how Claudette's hair is. Beautiful. That's Claudette. Who am I to say, oh no, but Claudette, you should, it's nonsense. Or should I put Claudette's house with a wig? Or with a hairdresser, so, you know, fling a weave in your hair. That's her. And I'm sure she's not short of offers. If I told my other half I was going to cut my hair, I would get dumped. But I'm sure Claudette is not short of offers. There is enough piece of the pie for everybody to get peace. Yeah? Roberto, thank you for being on here. And Rick Patruno, lovely to have you on here. Hamida says, wear one's makeup wear one's makeup up. So wear one's makeup, whatever take or leave it. Yeah, see, in other words, wear your makeup. If you don't like it, sort of. Yeah, I've just paraphrased it for you. Carver says, I went on a date with this Ghanaian guy, a mutual friend introduced. He asked me to take out all my extra earrings. I simply said, no thanks, I'd rather be with people who accept me the way I am. Okay, so this is a real life example. It is inappropriate. It's not a question of whether she minded or not. It is inappropriate. In fact, it is disrespectful for anybody to say to you, oh, come on a date, but make sure you look like this or you look like that. That to me is a red flag. That is a man that doesn't understand boundaries, and that is a man that doesn't respect you. Quite simply, because where does it stop? Where does it stop? I mean, I don't like men with hairy armpits. Never have done. I just don't like it. Especially if it looks like carpet hair. Men, I like it. But I can't imagine, let's say my first date with the guy was going to the beach, and I say to the guy, oh, can you make sure you shave under your armpit before you come? It's rude. It's disrespectful. I just can't imagine it. I mean, it's very crass as far as I'm concerned. I see Shell's laughing there. Alison Asafwa J, thanks for being on here, sis. She said, I haven't worn makeup in a while. My profile on my Facebook, I had no makeup, yet some saying I bloody look so young in my 30s, which is true. Chai, I'm 50 plus, you know, and I'm a glamour. Wow. With or without makeup, we are women. Sis, why couldn't I have said that like 30 minutes ago? I wouldn't have done this show. I just needed to say with or without makeup, we are women, and done. Just close my laptop and just go and have a glass of wine and finish watching that movie I was watching on Netflix last night. Because really, essentially, that's what it is. As women, we are already struggling to be relevant, to get equal pay, to, feel safe on London streets, for example, to have the right to an education. But for as long as we keep on tearing each other down, I'm better than you because this, you're better than me because that, we're not getting anywhere fast. Okay, so, Mariette says, love this topic. Thank you very much. What else are we saying? Belladonna, thank you for being on here. Evelyn, thank you for being on here as well. Amanda, oh, my sweetheart Amanda is here. Amanda, right, so I did mention Amanda before. She sells foodstuffs, imports them from America. It's Christmas. You need to hit her up. Her name is Amanda. Her surname is spelled A for Alpha, T for Tommy, U for Uniform, O for Oh My, and B for Bravo, I for India. Hit her up, send her a message. She's in Ghana. Okay. Thank you, my darling. And Sierra Leone says, so true. Mandy Cooper, thank you for being on here. Mandy wrote an amazing comment. Mandy, if you could cut and paste it, I would love to read that comment out. If you can do that. Don't worry, if you can't, just paste it on here and I'll pin it so that people can read it afterwards. What other comments have you put here? Shimak says, what's happening? This network. Is my network messing up? Yeah, today's not been great actually. So so those are the comments. Cerulean Pearl said, always wise to stay true to self, live your life, clothe yourself and pamper yourself as you wish according to other people's standards and not to other people's standards expectations. That's limiting your true self. Very true. Shauna's laughing about hairy armpits. It's true, I can't stand hairy armpits. Oh, and hairy backs. Oh my God. No, like the one that kills me is the hair on the shoulder blades. Like I can't do that. That to me, it's traumatizing. Just thinking about it, I'm not asthmatic, but I need an inhaler. I can't do it. So yeah, these are the things that I don't like. Now, it would be rude, I think, to be asking any man, could you make sure that if you do by any chance have any hair on your back, could you mind waxing before you come on our date? It's rude. Don't do that. It also reminded me, like where I was talking about, I don't know what it is within our community, especially black people. There's a girl that I met in Ghana, not this trip I went in September, the trip in April. And basically, I don't know if you saw this viral video, but she was a Ghanaian girl who's quite dark-skinned. She did this really lovely, makeover. And people were in freaking uproar that this is fraud. My God, look at how she looks now. She looks totally different. And they were so nasty. But it was taken up a notch. Snoop Dogg saw the video and called her ugly, called her all sorts of names. A lot of celebrity friends were saying, you know, how do you disrespect a fellow black woman like that with all the crap that we have to go through? And he refused to apologize. And the trauma and mental impact that it had on her was terrible, because I was actually going to be coaching her. I met her in Ghana. So she was actually going to be doing a cyberbullying campaign. So we need to be careful. You don't know what people are going through as to why they choose to enhance their looks. It's their choice. It's not your choice. It's not your business. So I've kind of talked about most of what I wanted to talk to you about. And I think maybe just to conclude, because, you know, my time is up now, where I'm talking about, you know, women wearing things to make them confident. For those of you that know me, it's very rare to see me wear a dress. I'm always in trousers. There ain't nothing wrong with my legs. I've got a decent pair of legs. I love to wear trousers. That's me. It's part of who I am. So for somebody to come into my life and be that quick to want to change me, it would be a problem for me. And we have to be mindful of the things that we say. Why would we want to break somebody's confidence? Why would we want to belittle somebody just because they wear makeup? Why do we, what does it say about us to feel the need to put down another woman or to laugh at her or you know, ridicule her because she's chosen this path? If Kim Kardashian had been black and had enhanced herself in any way and gotten famous for it, she probably would have been assassinated by now, like real talk. And I'm saying that the way we as black women speak about other black women who use makeup or enhance their looks, I think is quite disgusting, and we need to stop. Because there's so many things dividing us as it is that we need to be building each other up. You don't know why that sister wears makeup like that. You don't know what she's trying to hide. And the fact that she may be trying to hide something, I'm not saying every woman that wears makeup is trying to hide something. That's why I ain't wearing no makeup today. But you will see me in makeup next week, Sunday, trust me. What I'm saying is, you don't know people's stories and people's reasons for doing the things that they do. You have no idea. And I think it's dangerous when we are already a group of people that are subjugated, disrespected, maligned, and belittled, that we become the oppressors within our own community because of our own insecurities. Let's just keep it real here. Because we feel insecure and we're thinking, well, basically all it is pick me, I'm better than her. But are you? Because she may have her face full of makeup. She may be the best person in terms of personality and character. She may be far more compassionate, loving, and kinder, and can cook better chicken than you. How about that? So it's not for you to sum up a whole person just by how they look. So when you look at, and I'm going to be wrapping up here because I've gone over my time. There are so many things that divide women daily. Black women especially, as I've said. So those who are truly emancipated won't act like crabs in a bucket. So when I'm hearing chicks saying how woke they are, how in tune they are with their blackness and their history and their... Let it show in how you support a sister. Let it show in how you support a sister, not in how you choose to show that I'm better than her. I don't see I don't see the difference in the whole colorism thing. Well, I'm light skinned, so I'm better looking than her. All right. Why is it any different? Oh, my hair's natural. She's got relaxing. I'm better than her. Oh, no, I'm better than her. Stop it. It's shallow and it's damaging to our community. It really is. Ladies, wear what suits you. Wear what you feel good in, but just check the psychology behind your appearance. And I'm all about the balance. If you're wearing something, I mean, when I was younger, when I was in my 20s and I used to go clubbing, I had a banging body, you know. Listen, I'm not even going to be humble about it. I had a fantastic figure when I was in my 20s. You would not find a stomach flatter than mine. My stomach was so flat that it went in. I had a body, you know, trust me. And I used to wear the sexiest clothes. I mean, nobody could rock a crop top like Dilys was back then. Like my tops, trust me. But if you were to ask me, the Dilys at 25 and the Dilys at 50, who is more confident, incomparable. You know you're doing something when you can turn heads in a pair of jeans and a white t-shirt. Just as much as you could turn heads with half your batty out the door. So check the psychology behind the clothes that you're wearing or the makeup that you're putting on your face. And if there are things that you need to be healed from, then go and do some work on it. That's why people like me exist. Come and speak to Dilys. Yeah? Just check the psychology behind it and start to work on whatever it is that needs fixing. But be convicted, don't be condemned. Be convicted, don't be condemned. Because that is really a journey that you alone can walk when you're ready to walk it. It's not for me to say, oh, well, you need to be healed now. So why don't you feel confident? Well, forget the makeup, just be confident. Hey, sister girl, I don't know whether you lost confidence because you were raped by your dad. Yeah, it sounds horrible. I have people that I know who were raped by their dad, some not still living as a result of that rape. So if that girl or that woman feels a little bit special because she can hide who she is just for a moment and be that other person, who the damn hell are you to tell her, no, let me rip that mask off your face so I can see your pain? No, that's not how it works. Don't be too eager to please, ladies. A man that you are not dating, who has not earned the right to have an opinion about you, if he chooses to offer one, it is a red flag, pay attention. If he chooses to offer one, it is a red flag. Like I said, and sometimes when you personalize things, it's different. If I came on here and said, oh, you know, I'm on a dating app and I've arranged to meet this guy who's taking me out on a date, and he said to me, Dilys, when you're coming, make sure you don't can you please not wear heels because I want to see your real height. You guys would all be telling me to tell the guy to do one, and you'd be right. However, if you are in a relationship with a man you know loves you, a healthy kind of love, and he says, sweetheart, I prefer you in dresses and trousers, don't be offended. Give the man what he wants every now and again. It won't hurt. So I'm not about this life where I'm saying, you know, if your husband or your partner says they prefer something, don't do it. No, they've earned the right. They have the right to an opinion. A man who is taking you on a date, that probably such a man probably telling you to pay half the bill after, you know, at the end of it, doesn't qualify. That's not a man. That's not a gentleman. He may be a man, but he's not a gentleman. And if you're a woman that wants a gentleman, then that gentlemanly trait and characteristic would have to manifest itself from day one. Start as you mean to go along. Only you know if you're a confident woman or not. Only you know if you're hiding. If you are, as I said earlier on, you address what's going on the inside. Beauty is skin deep, but there has to be more to you than just your looks. So if any man is just so caught up with just your looks, again, he's not the man for you. He can't just be about your boobs or about your bum or about, you know, how pretty you are or how much makeup you don't wear. He can't just be about that. He's got to be about your qualities, your vision, your dreams. So all of us that are laying so much emphasis on just the looks, we've missed a trick. So any man that is so focused on your outside is unlikely to be a candidate that's deep and can build a future with. Men should go deeper than just your looks. And, you know, the transparency that they are demanding in terms of how you expose your bare face, that should be reciprocated. Yes, so expect the same level of transparency from a potential. What makeup is he using? The makeup women use is evident. At the end of the night, we can wipe it off. We can wash it away. It doesn't damage anybody. But if the makeup that a man can use, i.e., I am not married and he's married, I don't have no kids, he's got 10. Oh, I'm well-to-do, I'm fine, and he's stinking and, you know, and swimming in debt. That's the kind of makeup he's wearing. That is far more dangerous and detrimental than your MAC foundation or your, what do I use, Fenty Beauty foundation or your eyeliner. That's far more damaging. Okay? That makeup is a lot less deceptive and damaging than a hidden marriage. Okay? But I will leave it on this note. Whatever we wear, be it in makeup or clothes, tells a story about who we are. You just need to be clear on the story that you are telling the outside world. If you're happy with that story, then fine. It's like when you wear clothes that are very revealing and sexy and then complain about being sexualized. You can't have your cake and eat it. I told you, I don't do political correctness here, I do the truth. If you're looking for political correctness, you need to come off this live. That's not what I do, I give you the truth. When I used to dress like a hoochie mama, because really I did, what I lacked was confidence. And I felt the need to attract the opposite sex through my clothing. Why? Young and foolish. The story I told didn't correlate to who I was. I was never easy. I was never one, I ain't judging nobody, but this is just me. I was never one that could go out to a club and go home with a guy. Never me. Never me. But from the clothes that I wore, not how I carried myself, because I never carried myself like a hoochie mama. My clothes were revealing. Now, until I open my mouth, you don't know how I'm carrying myself. So from the clothes that I wore, it told a story about me that wasn't accurate with who I really was. So all I'm saying is, make sure that the story that you're telling from your outward appearance correlates with who you are inside and the real you. Once the two marry up, we're sweet, we're good. That's the only thing you need to worry about. So if wearing makeup is what enables you to feel confident, because maybe you've come out of a bad relationship, or, you're just not feeling right. And, we women, we go through so many things. We go through menopause, we go through childbirth, and we don't feel too great. We go through divorces, we go through, widowhood. So many life events that don't make us feel sexy, doesn't make us feel confident. And sometimes that trip to the hairdresser or that makeup artist or going on that spa weekend and being pampered is what gives us that oomph for us to be able to do life. It is hard being a woman. It is hard being a woman. It is hard. It is hard. It is hard. It is tough. And as we get older and our looks fade and the whole world tells you how irrelevant you're becoming every time you clock an extra year, why would you begrudge us the opportunity to do something that doesn't hurt you and ain't your damn business to make ourselves feel good? I'm one of the lucky ones, thanks to my parents. I don't look 50, but I'm 50. So what if I was feeling insecure about the fact that I'm aging and I wanted to, go and do whatever it was to make myself feel better? Why does that concern you? We as women have really got to get off this foolishness, especially women of color, especially black women. Stop this nonsense. Stop the rubbish. Because there is so much that's dividing us already. We have the color, the skin tone. We've got the hair. We've got, if you're from my side of the world, we've got the, are you married? Are you not married? Have you had a child out of wedlock? There are so many different boxes that makes us be in the group of the relevant chicks or the irrelevant chicks. Now, we can allow that from externals, but for us to do it to each other, we need to be whooped for that. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. So on that note, guys, I'm going to quickly read your comments and then I'm out of here because I'm actually over time and I don't like doing that. Sharon says, I see it on social media all the time. Ladies who never compliment other ladies, but will gladly lap up compliments from the same people or women, but will not return the same or even acknowledge them with a simple emoji. That's true. Hi, Queer Sakari. How you doing, baby girl? Anna Lapia says, it's like fat shaming. You're so right. And it was a point I did want to make. So thank you for saying that. You wouldn't dare tell someone you should diet or put weight on. Actually, you'd be surprised. There's some real ignorant people on this planet. Hi, Cheryl. How are you doing? Lovely to have you on here. Princess Valaji says, my main issue has always been that these same women you see shaming those who have done X to their face or whatever, have 10-inch long false nails and matted weave on their heads. Same difference. I see envy, jealousy, and insecurity all rolled in one. Rolls eyes. No, it's true. I think it is insecurity. And my darling sister Sarge, how are you doing? If trying to prove that you are better than other women, then it simply shows that you are not. Quite simply, not having confidence in yourself. I believe you wear what makes you feel good and comfortable. Regardless, people shouldn't be judgmental about each other. God bless you. And Sarge owns an amazing beauty business. She does eyelashes. For a while, I was actually an ambassador for her eyelashes. I think it was called Candy. But That was when I was bereaved and all sorts of things happened. And, the way she even takes care of her customers and what have you, being in the beauty industry, I'm sure she will be well qualified to say, actually, yes, a woman can walk into my salon feeling one way, but once her eyebrows have been threaded, her eyelashes done, you can just see that she brightens up. Why would we begrudge anybody that feeling, So that's it. That's the end of the comment, I think. I'm really glad that we were able to have this conversation. Guys, please share. Tinuola says, I find it easy to give compliments to other women. It's always my pleasure to do. I'm the same. Even on social media, I'll go and click on someone's profile picture. I'm like, wow, you are absolutely gorgeous. It takes nothing away from me. And I won't just reserve that for women that don't have any makeup on. So I decided to do this Facebook Live today with no makeup, just because I wanted to make a point that it's a fallacy that a woman who wears makeup is because she's trying to hide or lacks confidence. Trust me, I have got enough confidence for the whole of Facebook, okay? It's not about that. It's about how I want to feel. I like the things I can do to my face. I like the practice of, doing eyeshadow and stuff. I'm not very good at doing makeup. What I do is very one way. And that's it. It's not because I lack confidence. It's not because I'm not proud of who I am. Nothing to do with that. Stop judging each other. Be respectful towards your fellow woman. Gentlemen, stop being hypocrites. If you know you like a woman who has got an afro, doesn't wear makeup other than what I've got on, which is lip gloss, then go for that woman. Please don't go for a woman like me that likes to wear makeup. Then again, I kind of look like quite of a tramp, so maybe I'm not a good example. But please don't go for a woman that likes to be all whatever, 24/7. Leave women be. We have enough insecurities, enough things to deal with without having to be changed into a chameleon. So on that note, guys, God bless you. Thank you so much for watching. Next week, I do know what I'm going to be talking about. I am going to be talking about justice for Sylvester. There has been a similar conversation that I've had before. And for those of you that don't know, it's a story about a boy, a 12-year-old boy in Nigeria who was basically beaten by other students, his age group, because he wouldn't join a cult. So it's a conversation that I really want to have, and it's really about sending children to boarding schools, whether here or whether in Nigeria. Something popped up on was it CNN or somewhere? I can't remember, but I need to check my notes. And they were talking about boys' schools in England, that it's basically a boys' boarding schools is just a cesspit of sexual abuse and bullying. So it's not a story that's just relevant to Nigeria. This is going all over. So it's a conversation that I do want to have. And there's things that I want to talk about to other parents and what we need to be looking out for. So guys, cheers. Have a lovely evening, because this is when I would normally be starting. So what am I going to do for the rest of the evening? I am going to wear the dressing gown that I should have worn for this live is what I'm going to do. So yeah, so take a good look at this face, because next week I will have concealer on. My eyebrows will be on fleek. I will have nicely outlined lips. My blusher to bring out my cheekbones. And what else will I do? Whatever the hell I like. And if you don't like it, you can log off. Guys, have a wonderful evening, a wonderful week, and I shall see you soon. If any of you would like a free coaching consultation with me, you are able to do so by sending me a private message. You can send me a private message on my personal page, which is Dilys, same name. I'm so original. And that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed today. If you have, please share. Keep the comments coming. Those of you that have just joined, catch the replay and let's have this conversation. And let me quickly scroll down so that there isn't anybody that I have missed saying hello to. I'm so sleepy, guys. You have no idea. I've been so ill this week. Did I see? Oh, Deanna Burker, how are you doing, sweetheart? I'm so glad I managed to see your name. I hope you enjoyed the live. I know you were waiting to watch this. And William. William, you were very quiet today. You didn't tell me that I was looking good. So you're clearly one of those men that like women with makeup. No problem. I'll have makeup on next week. Let me see who else is here. Did I see Bella? Yep, Bella Donna Banya. Lovely to have you on here. Guys, I hope I've said hello to everybody. and I shall see you next week. Have a lovely week. Do share. Thank you for the support that you've been giving me on these lives. Sophie, lovely to have you on here. I hope you're still here. And Barbara as well, my good people. So yeah, sorry if I missed you, because sometimes as your comments come in, I don't always get to see your names pop up, so do forgive me. Peggy as well, I don't think I said hello to you, so thank you very much. Guys, I am out of here. Do share, enjoy, and yes, next week we will be having that conversation, Justice for Sylvester. Take care, God bless, good night, and goodbye. Bye people.